Hey, good morning. K-Mac, Osiris, how are you? Since you're already here, I'm not going to wait for the rest of the countdown. I'm going to... There's some new mods since the last time we played, so I think I'm going to download some of them. I'm mainly interested in the gameplay mods. Oh, okay. I've already got some installed. Yeah, manual attach, placeable extended, I'm not too excited about, but I installed the survival. I'm not going to use that in this playthrough, but I may use that at some point. I got the info message HUD. I think Sleep Anywhere might be good, so we don't have to go back to the farm. I also installed, I forget where I found that one. Okay. Yeah, so I installed the small stational workshop trailer. I think they mean stationary, not stational, but anyway, the small workshop, which is inexpensive. The implement where info HUD, the better time scale, and then everything else is the same as before. So, gonna get back into this today. I've been playing a bit on the other map, the European map, Obeleron. I've been playing that as a normal game without the big subsidies. But let's get back into this one. Yeah, so we'll turn that one on. That one, and that one. We'll turn those on. Hey, how are you? Lovick. I'm glad you could join a stream. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for being here. I haven't streamed in over a week. I missed my last two streams because I was on a trip to visit my parents. It was a nice visit. My parents just got a puppy, so that was fun. Okay, here we are back in Elmcreek. I think I might try to do some building here on my farm, because we don't have much vehicle storage, right? So I'm thinking, since I bought those other fields, I might just pave over these small fields that we started with and put in some sheds and stuff. Maybe not this one, since the ground is not even, but this field back here could certainly be, it looks pretty flat. Looks like this could be repurposed for vehicle storage and stuff. So maybe we'll get into that later today. But we've been working these 4 fields, or 3 fields. I don't have 43 yet, but these other 3 fields we've been working. That is the train depot. It would be nice even to find another place where we could just rebuild a farm. In one of the areas where they have, some buildings already set up. But this is one of the things that disappoints me a little bit about the implementation of the farm building features that Giants did in FS19. They give you the ability to build farms, but they don't, on their maps anyway, they don't really give you a lot of places to do so. you've got your farm that you start with, but they don't give you a lot of flat land or anything around to build on. And if you've tried to do any of the construction in this game, you'll find that you really need flat land in order to make it work. So, all right. It's been a while. Let's see where we left off here. Let's check our field states. Okay, so field 41 is ready to harvest. That's got canola. Is it canola? No, soybeans. Okay, so we can start harvesting field 41. Field 42 has stubble tillage, and field 40 is growing. And field 40 needs weeding. So anyway, let's get the harvester rolling. Unfold. Okay. It's empty. Bit of a tight squeeze here. There we go. Okay, I think we're all set. Hire worker. Let's give me some money. Right on. So in case you weren't here for the first stream that I did, well, the last stream that I did was for where we started this map. That was the first FS22 game that I played. What I did in that game is started the game with one of the big subsidies turned on. There's one that gives you, I think it's 350,000 every hour. So I let that run for a little bit to give us some money, a few million. Hey Sid, how are you? Because since it's the first playthrough, I just wanted to have plenty of money for us to get whatever equipment we wanted to play with, right? So I sold all the starter equipment and just bought new stuff from scratch. Okay, now I'm going to turn the worker off from here because I want to put a headland here on this end because there's not much room. So let's have him go this way now. I'm going to have to get my lime spreader out of the way. Yeah, so we have a nice complement of equipment now. Sorry, which one am I in now? Was I preparing to lime this field? Okay, I guess I was. Let's do that then. Yeah, and we're going with mostly Kloss equipment on this playthrough, just because I haven't used them much in the past. Yeah, hey Sid, I'm glad to have you here, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's go back to our harvester. Yeah, go back across one more time. That's a good idea, and then we'll start going up and down, or back and forth the long way. So, yeah. So, like I said, I've been playing another save in my free time. And what I'm finding is there are some nice improvements in FS22. The graphics, for one, I think is greatly improved. Particularly what the game does with the draw distance. It looks much more natural now. So I give them credit for that one. But I will say that, I think FS22 right now is still pretty much half-baked. There are a lot of bugs. There's a lot of things that don't work right. Even some of the new features. Hey, Creed. Even some of the new features that they implemented, like with the AI workers, just simply don't work. So that's a little bit disappointing. But it's not that surprising because that's kind of the Giants' MO, unfortunately. They throw the game out there and then they kind of depend on the modders to fix it and make it work. Because the modders do it for free, right? They don't have to pay them. Alright, was I going to cultivate this field now too? I don't remember what I was doing with all of my equipment here. Let's see. This is field 40. Oh, okay. Field 42. All right. And this doesn't need lime, even though I'm spreading lime on it. So why is it spreading lime when it knows it doesn't need lime? Usually it won't even let you do it. Alright, well I'm going to let it go anyway. We don't need any plowing as far as I know. Okay, no, we don't need any plowing, so that's good. Yeah, to-do list would be great. Okay, so then I suppose I could just cultivate the field. Although I do have a direct drill seeder, so let's not cultivate the field. Let me take this back. Actually, I'm going to need something to haul soybeans. So maybe I ought to do that too. Hey, Santaro. Yeah, there can be a lot of automation. It does support different play styles. So if you like to drive the tractors yourself and do all the work manually, you can do that. And if you want to use hired workers to do the work, you can do that too. That's kind of the way I prefer to play, because, well, quite frankly, just going up and down the same field 20 times is not that exciting to me. It can get a little boring, so I try to get the workers on the repetitive stuff and do the things that they can't do on my own. For example, currently in the game, the hired workers cannot empty the harvester, so you have to do that yourself. So I'm going to do that here right now, so we can keep it moving without getting full. And get those yummy soybeans. Let's see. I'm going to set my cruise control speed to 6 miles an hour so that I can use cruise control to do this. If I can remember the keys. There we go. a little bit slower. Okay, it's empty. Shut that off. Alright, my lime spreader thinks it's done. Missed a few bits, so let's get that done. Oops. Alright. Well, if we miss a little spot here and there, it's not going to be the end of the world. I think I will go back and get it, though. So I mean, what we just saw here is a good example of what, in my opinion, is the AI worker not working properly. Like, Giants has had like 20 years to get the worker to completely cover the field, and they still haven't figured it out yet. Even on fairly simple, mostly rectangular fields like this one. Yeah, there is, in this version of the game, there is weather and there are seasons. So we're currently in the month of October. And I'll show you what the seasons mean for us. Yeah, you're right, Apache. It's like, it's a little bit frustrating. Sometimes I do get a little annoyed with the game, like especially when we get a new version out and I start to play it and there's stuff that just doesn't work right. The AI workers are still kind of dumb, and it's just, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with the game. Like, instead of putting in vineyards and olives, I think it would have been better for them just to make sure the game works properly with the stuff they already have. Okay, yeah, so let me show you, I'll show you the seasons. So we have this calendar. So in October, we have a planting season. You can see the planting season and the harvest seasons. So in the month of October, we can plant winter wheat and winter barley, which will survive the winter and start growing in the spring. And then we can harvest corn, sunflowers, soybeans, sugar beet, sugar cane, cotton, grapes, olives, and so on. Grass and oilseed radish you can do all year. So what we could do is, on a couple of these fields, we could plant wheat or barley before the month is over. Yeah, I'm with you, Apache. I'm waiting for guidance steering or GPS or whatever they call that. Hey, Santaro. Yeah, it is a German game, I think. Okay, now do soybeans leave stubble? It looks like they do. So I should be able to get my stubble mulcher and start running on that field. We'll do that with our John Deere. And I think I have the season set for 1 day each. The month's set for 1 day each right now. Oops. There we go. So this is something new for this version, the mulching. So when you have stubble on the field from harvesting, you can mulch it and it'll give you a yield bonus on your next crop. 5%, I think, which is not huge, but try to get every advantage that I can. Okay, and let's make sure that that's actually doing something. Okay. Yeah, so we can see that now it's changing the map from the harvested state to, well, to what? To nothing. 42, field 42 has stubble tillage. I think that's what that's telling me. Yeah. All right, so we need to, oh no. So stubble tillage means that it's already been, the stubble's already been taken care of. So in this case, it seems like the stubble doesn't really work with soybeans, because it's not changing the state of the field to stubble tillage. So maybe I needn't bother with it on the soybeans. And I'll have to take a look and see if we can figure out when you can use it and when you can't. So let me get this out of the way. Okay, and our harvest is done. So let's finish collecting that. And then we'll take a look in the in-game documentation and see if we can find something related to stubble. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it works for corn. I forget what we had in this field where it did work. We'll take a look. And let me check my options. I just want to see, I think I still have seasons set for 1 day each. Yeah, 1 day. Which I think for now is fine. And if we start running out of time, we can always slow down the clock. Alright, so let's take this. So that's all the harvesting we're going to do this year. This game year. I'm going to take this back to the silo. And then we'll see what crops we have in storage, and then we'll decide what to sell and when, since you do get seasonal pricing. Now, in my other game, my test game, let's call it, I didn't find that there was a big difference in price. Oh, this is probably not the best place to cross. I didn't find that there was a big price difference in the high season versus the low season, but we'll take a look at that in this game. All right. Into the silo she goes. All right, and that's our soybean crop. And we'll put the harvester away. Whoa. Okay. Let's fold it up. Let's see. Let's detach the header. Oh, I think I need to unfold it. Or fold the header. Can I fold the header? Oh, no, I have a trailer for it. Sorry, I was thinking this is one of the ones with the built-in trailer. Yeah, Santaro, this is, pardon me, this is the first game year. Yeah, so when you start a new game, you start in August. So we're only a couple months in. So we haven't harvested any of our own crops yet. What we've harvested so far are the crops that were already on the fields when we bought them. Okay, there's my header trailer. So let's get that over to the field. And I'm going to use this as a temporary parking place for now. And I think we'll use the winter months to build a yard with some storage sheds and stuff like that. Okay, and the header needs to go on from the left. So let's circle around here. And we'll get this guy put away. All right, let's see. So we want to get this as close to centered and square as we can. I think we need to be a little bit more this way. That's a little too far. Okay. All right. Yeah, and then you can see that it kind of snaps on once you get it in the right position. And actually, I think if I remember correctly, I think the harvester can actually pull this trailer itself. But since I've already got it hooked up to the tractor, we'll take it back. Hey, C Black, how you doing, my friend? I'm pretty much ignoring traffic when I drive around. I'm sure it's going to bite me in the butt at some point, but so far I've been lucky. Okay, so we'll leave that there for now. Let's put the harvester away. And then we'll figure out what work to do next. And the day's half gone, so I think I'm actually going to reduce my time scale. We'll just put it on real time. Let's put on our beacons, which we probably would want to do when we're driving this big equipment on the street. And I'm not sure if this will fit in the barn here, but let's give it a try. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, and I've still got I still need the help menu on just because I don't have all the controls down second nature, so sorry for that. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good, K-Mac. Hey, L-Jack, how are you? Yeah, Santaro, if you ever have a chance to watch my other series, you'll know that I'm not the best driver. I wonder how much. No, I'm not going to buy any more fields right now, or should I? Field 39 is ready to harvest. I wonder what they want for that one. 364,000. That's the one. Way over there. No, I don't think we need any more fields right now. Let's figure out what we're doing with the ones that we've got. Okay. All right. So 40 needs weeding. It's got some fertilization on it, I think from chopping stubble. Maybe not. Or maybe I fertilized it. Actually, that's probably why. Okay, so 41 and 42 can use some fertilizer. So let's get our sprayer set on those. And I'm thinking that we'll plant a couple of these fields with wheat or barley or both. Maybe one of each. And then we'll leave the other fields for the spring, and we'll plant one of the spring crops. Maybe we'll do corn or something like that. Okay. Off you go. Okay, so that'll put down some fertilizer there. All right. So this one needs weeding. Okay, yeah, and that's the one that I've got canola on. So to weed it, we have two options. Because it's still early in the growth phase, I could use a weeder tool. Oh, okay. You're familiar with my driving then, Centauro. Good. Yeah, so for the weeds, we could... And by the way, guys, I am going to get back to Factorissimo soon, but I wanted to do a few streams with FarmSim just because we've been waiting a long time for it to come out, and I wanted to try it. So we could either use a weeder, which you can use over the first growth phase, and that'll pull weeds out. Some of these will also plant cover crop at the same time. Now, I'm not sure why you would want to weed and plant seed at the same time, since in this game, anytime you plant seed, you destroy any weeds that are there anyway. So I'm not going to buy the one that has the seeding built into it. I don't see the need. This one looks like it's for row crops. So I think I'll buy this Trefler. This little Trefler number here. And we'll use that to weed our fields. More for aesthetics. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's probably... Or maybe you would want to be... I don't know. I guess there could be situations where maybe you already have some grass planted and you want to weed and maybe overseed it or something to make it denser. I don't know. Whoops. No, I don't want to lease it. Maybe I should lease it. No, let's buy it. We got plenty of cash. All right. Oh, and what was the HP requirement on that? I don't think these need a whole lot of horsepower. That one, okay, yeah, it needs 150 horse. So I think that'll be a good job for the John Deere. Let's take the mulcher off. We'll swap the weight to the front and then we'll go pick that up from the shop. Alright, I'm just going to be dumping all my implements in this field until we can set up our... Whoops. Until we can set up our storage yard. And we'll do that during the winter when we can't do anything else. I've also been reading that chickens and greenhouses are really profitable in the game. So I'm thinking I'd like to set up some of those. Okay, that was the right direction originally. I hope I'm not making anybody motion sick. There we go. Alright, so we'll demonstrate some of the awesome AI that we've got in this game. I want this to go to the shop. So I'm going to say set destination. I think the shop is over here, right? I think this is the shop. Okay. And then it'll drive there. Somewhat derpily, but it'll get there. Yeah, that is the shop. Okay, so most of the time driving back and forth to the shop is another one of those tasks that's a little bit boring but necessary, so that's a good one to get your worker on. It would be nice if you could just tell them to, like, go pick up equipment and it'll go and attach it and bring it back, but we're not quite that advanced yet. Oh, look at that. It decided to start fertilizing the next field over, too. Okay, that's fine. We needed it. But see how it's leaving all this stuff on the end undone? And even... I mean, that's the kind of thing that annoys me a little bit. Oh, and I accidentally turned it off. Okay, we gotta have to line this up again. There we go. Yeah, so for the sprayer, I'm just using a small class Arion, and I put narrow tires on it. With the game mechanics, if you have narrow tires, you can drive across. You can drive across your crop without destroying any of it. Whereas if you had normal tires on, you would leave tracks through the crop. Maybe I should buy that field on the end right now, since I'm already doing these others. And what I could envision is, at some point, I could plow in between these fields and just turn this into one huge field. That might be fun. Let's see. That one needs weeding. It needs lime. All right, it doesn't need plowing. But it's not really big enough that I want to bother putting a crop on it. So yeah, we'll just leave it for now. I already said I'm not going to buy any more fields. Okay, so we're here at the shop, and here is our stuff. Let's pick up our weeder. As you can see, I've got some other supplies here that at some point we'll want to get ourselves a forklift and a trailer so that we can handle pallets and move them back to the farm ourselves. Especially if we're going to do the greenhouse and the eggs, we'll need, because all that stuff comes out in pallets, so we'll need a telehandler or something at the main farm. And then I'm thinking maybe we'll buy a small forklift and just leave it at the shop so that we can use that to load pallets onto the trailer when we buy stuff, you know, like seed and fertilizer and whatnot. Now the other option for us may be, we might, depending on how much stuff I can fit in over here, we might just want to sell this place and find a nice flat field somewhere else on the map and just build the farm there. We'll have to take a look and see how that works out. Okay. So we run a... Oops. You know what? I need narrow tires for this. Otherwise I'm going to destroy my crop. So, let's see. Does my sprayer... Yeah. My sprayer does have enough horsepower. So let's drop that off there. And we'll use the Axion to do that job. And we'll park this here. Okay, the sprayer's almost done. We just have to get the parts that it missed. Looks like I still have plenty of fluid left. Oh, and we missed a considerable amount down here. Yeah, I know what you mean, Santaro. The city is... There's not much activity in the city. Even with traffic turned on. And quite frankly, most of the time I turn traffic off because... the physics of the other vehicles, like the traffic in the game, is kind of frustrating. If you bump into a car on the road, the car doesn't move, but your trailer will, pardon me, your tractor and trailer will go bouncing off of it. So, yeah, it's like I said, I mean, there's some cool features in the game, but there's also some stuff in the game that's really dumb that should have been fixed a long time ago and never was. Did it miss this, or is that... Okay. Alright. So we got all that done. So let's go put this... Let's go put our tanks away. I've got fertilizer loaded, and I have a couple storage tanks over on the other end of the field, but I think that is all herbicide. which is the other way that I could get rid of the weeds on that field, but I'll just use the weeder for now, since we can, and it doesn't cost anything. Meaning we don't have to pay for herbicide to do that job. Alright, so we'll detach the front. And we'll detach the back. And we'll go do the weeder. This shouldn't take long, but because the field is not perfectly rectangular, I have a feeling that I'm going to have to babysit it a little bit. So actually, let's just drive it manually. All right, so you can see that it's taking out the weeds and leaving the crop. I'll just use the worker to go across here to make sure I get a nice straight line. And then I'll manually do this part on the right, and then we'll have the worker do the rest of it. And because it's a nice rectangular area, it shouldn't have any trouble with it. It kind of looks like it's leaving some weeds, doesn't it? We'll have to check the overview when this is done and make sure that it has gotten them all. Or, maybe that's just there to indicate that they're going to grow back. One of the advantages, or the advantage of the herbicide, is that the weeds won't grow back if you spray it every crop cycle. Whereas with the weeder, I'm not sure if you get that same effect. It's been a while since I played. And if that's the case, then there wouldn't be much point in using the weeder, because the weeder only works on either a bare field or a crop in the first growth stage, like this one. And then if the weeds come back later, you're going to have to spray it anyway, so if that's the case, then you might as well just spray it at the very beginning and not have to worry about them coming back. Nope. Alright. So we'll get the worker to do the rest of this, and then I think we can start planting seed on 41 and 42. Right on. Okay. Yep. It still says that it needs to be weeded. Why? Three methods to remove weeds: spraying herbicide, using a weeder, or using a hoe. Weeders only remove the smallest weeds. Okay. With a hoe, you can remove small and large weeds. Okay, but a hoe destroys crops, I imagine. Okay, so anyway, so this is working as intended. But that, I think, is a change. So let's see. I'm assuming that a hoe will destroy my crop, though. But let's take a look. Is there an automated hoe? Or maybe that's something you do by hand? I don't know. That's a roller and weeder. Okay. What are they talking about with the hoe? I don't know what that is. Are they talking about the spader? That'll kill my crop. Any ideas, guys? None of those are hoes. Okay. All right. Whoopsie. All right, well, it seems that I'm going to have to spray the field anyway. And that might not get rid of everything either. Let's see. So, yeah, so it said with the weeder you have to be quick. Which I guess means that you have to get to it as soon as the weeds pop up, or else you won't be able to kill them all. So let's see if we have any better luck with the sprayer. And if not, then I guess we'll just have to live with the weeds in this crop. And we'll know better for next time. Alright, so I still have fertilizer loaded in here. But like I said, over here I think I have herbicide. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, so what I need to do is unload. Okay, no, not unload. I need... Well, yeah, unload is what I want, right? So that doesn't work now. Maybe it's because I'm next to those other things. Let's try it back here. It's not working. All right. You see what I'm talking about? The whole reason that these things are here is because I unloaded, like I'm trying to do right now. And now it won't let me do it. Okay. All right. Okay. Whatever. I'm not sure what was going on there. But apparently the fluid was in the front tank and not the rear tank, and that's why it wasn't working. Okay. Okay, should I get farther away? Let's try getting farther away. And now it doesn't work. Okay, now we're empty. There we go. All right, so I guess you have to refill the sprayer first and then the tank, which seems reasonable. There we go. All right, so maybe I was just doing it wrong. Okay, well, let's see if I can get rid of all the weeds. I'm going to put a worker on it. Okay, yeah, it looks like that's doing the trick. All right, so the weeder was not quite enough to get some of these bigger weeds, but the bigger weeds are still small enough for the sprayer to kill, it seems. Let's double check. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. So, yeah, so I think that's something new, that the weeder doesn't, pardon me, that the weeder doesn't remove all the weeds. All right, I think I'm going to have to do this manually. Make sure we get them all. Oh, a little bit of lag there. put the worker on it, and then we'll come back and clean up whatever it misses later. Because I would like to get some seeding done. All right, so I'm thinking 41 and 42. We can do either wheat or... We can do either wheat or barley. I think it's only going to... Jeez. All right, let's leave it. So let's get in the big machine. We've got a seeder over there already. Fields have first stage of fertilizer down. Osiris, the chickens eat grain, so you can feed them wheat, sorghum, and I think there's one other that I don't recall off the top of my head. Oh wait, no, that's the cultivator. I don't want that. Seeder's over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do both of these fields with the same crop. All right. Okay, let's take a look at our prices. Hey, Zinc5, thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. The additional sub, 11 months. Thank you for the support over the years. And PLJFFJ, thank you for the follow. All right, so we can see that there are price fluctuations. Wheat is at its highest point in January. Barley has pretty much the same pattern, as do oats. So wheat, barley, and oats follow the same schedule. Canola looks like is at its peak in December. Sorghum in January. Soybeans in July. Okay, and that's all that we have. Yeah, so if I did wheat or barley, it wouldn't matter seasonally. And the prices are different, but the density is different as well. So I think I'll just do wheat on both of these fields. Just get out of the way. I'll get to you in a minute. All right, so we need to select the seed. There we go. Let's unfold. And I'm going to want to do some headland rows down here because these trees are so close. The AI worker is going to freak out. Okay. Not sure what happened there. Oh, PLJ, I'm playing on the PC. Yep, PC version here. I am using a Xbox controller, an Xbox controller. I used to have a wheel and pedal setup, but I got rid of it just because it takes up so much space around my desk. that it was a problem when I wanted to play something other than Farm Sim. So I just switched over to the controller, and it's nearly as good. Not quite as immersive, of course, but it does the job. Okay. So now I'll go up and down. Let's get straightened out here. Okay, off we go. Let's get a view from inside the cab. We may run into trouble here as well. Okay. We got no problem driving into our neighbor's crop. Crop destruction doesn't work on any crop that doesn't belong to you, so you don't have to worry about it if you don't want to. Hey, that's awesome, Apache. Coal power. I don't know if I've ever done coal power. I know I've done oil. Coal uses the same generators, doesn't it, as the biomass? I don't remember. Okay, let's get back to spraying the weeds here. Let's see what part of the field got done and what didn't. Okay, we just need to do the ends that the AI worker on the Giants generated map can't handle. No, I don't want to be venting the whole time, but that's the other thing that bugs me is, like, this is the map that Giants made. And the AI workers don't even work properly on their map. I mean, I could understand if it was a mod map that the workers might have trouble, but on their very own map, it doesn't work right. It's like they saw that. I'm sure they saw it. But somebody saw that and said, "Nah, that's okay. Don't worry about it." Just release it. Yeah, Bloodline, you might be right. They probably will. They'll probably work better. Like once Oxygen David and those other guys come out with their own maps, they'll figure out how to make it work. Because Giants can't. They're only the developers. What do they know? All right. Guys, I'm going to be back in 1 second. My dog is complaining to be let in. Give me 1 moment. Cooper. Okay, I'm back. Actually, the dog didn't want to come in here. He wanted to go outside. So that was humbling. It sounded like he was barking from outside my door. All right. So what can we do while this is happening? And I'm getting extra fertilization because why? This is now fertilized 100%. Oh, is that because I'm sowing over stubble? No, because I removed some of the stubble there, didn't I? The field state is harvested. So why am I getting extra fertilization now? I don't quite understand. Maybe it's because I left stubble there. Well, but like I said, I tried removing stubble on the field and it didn't seem to be having any effect. Okay. Well, it helps me, so. But if anybody knows what's going on and why I'm getting a fertilizer stage by seeding this field with a drill that does not apply fertilizer simultaneously, please let me know. Now he wants to come in. One sec. Come on, Susie. Come on. Do you want to come in? You want to stay there? Okay, you stay out there. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, some people think it's a bug. Yeah, I know. I did see somebody, I think it was somebody on YouTube, was saying that, like when they had one of the seeders that does add fertilizer, that you would get a fertilization stage even if there's no fertilizer in the machine. But yeah, maybe it's just because I'm drilling over chaff. Let's assume that that's it. And if that's the case, I should see the same effect on the next field over as well. I think assuming it's a bug is probably the safest bet based on what we've seen so far. Okay. So we're planning on field 41 and 42. Now 42 has stubble tillage, right? So that had stubble and I chopped it, I mulched it, and that is being displayed here. So that should give me some additional yield bonus. Let's see how much. Lime, weeds. Using a mulcher on stubble, increase your yield by 5%. Okay, so that should give me a 5% boost. Grass rollers will give you a bonus on grass. Oh, and rollers for fields also remove small stones and furthermore increase your yield by 5%. So maybe I need to use rollers too for another 5%. I don't know. I've seen people use rollers on grass. I didn't know that people use rollers on bare fields. Okay, so we've got canola planted in field 40. We're going to have wheat in field 41. Yeah, so actually maybe I should wait. Maybe I should leave field 42 for the spring. Because if I do field 42 as well, then we're going to have all of our fields are going to be planted, and I'm not sure what we're going to do during the spring. Of course, just leaving one field empty is not going to give us a whole lot to do anyway, so we'll go ahead and plant it. I was also, for those small fields, I was thinking about maybe doing potatoes or something. But then again, why do it on a small field when we can do it on a big field as well? I'll take over here. I'll do the last row myself, since we're just sitting here watching it anyway. Is it on? Okay, now it's on. Just lower it. Looks like I'll have enough seed to finish the job. Yeah, taters. Potatoes. The other thing I could do with those fields is grow grass on them. And make silage bales. That's always been a good money maker. All right. I'll put a headland on this side as well. The worker might go a little faster if it doesn't have to, if it doesn't have that cotton crop in front of it. Lift is B. Okay. All right, now let's see if we're getting the same fertilization effect here. No, we are not. Yeah, it's a bug. Big surprise, right? No, the worker goes whichever direction you have it pointed when you activate it. So the lines on the field are purely cosmetic. Yep. No, there hasn't been an AI upgrade since Farming Simulator 17. At least not that I'm aware of. Bloodline, do you have any of the previous Farm Sim games or none of them? Cuz oh, you have 17 and 19. Okay. Yeah. I mean, 22 is going to get there sooner or later, right? But it's just not there right now. So if you want to try out the new features and stuff, then I would say go ahead and buy it now, because the mods are coming. They're already working on them. But if you just want to play with all the nice maps and mods and everything, then yeah, I would just stick with FS19. And if there's anybody out there who's interested in trying Farm Sim, but you're not sure, you're not sure if you're really going to like it or not, then I would suggest buying FS19, because you should be able to get it pretty cheaply right now. And FS19 with mods at this point is a more mature game than FS22 is. And that'll also give you some idea of what the modding community is like, which in this game is pretty incredible. I mean, it's really what makes this game... It's really what makes the game good, are the mods. I think if there wasn't modding available, I think you would have far fewer players. Because the vanilla game is... the vanilla game is okay, but it's not nearly as good as it is with all the mods. Okay, let's hire a worker here. And so this field, I suppose, we'll have to give another pass with the fertilizer sprayer. Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, Silas, they do release patches occasionally. DXCK, I don't know how to say your name, if it's even pronounceable, but thanks for being here. Thanks for the follow. We're just seeding our winter wheat. We've got canola planted in our other large field. And so once we get this planted, we'll be all set until we're ready to harvest. Although I think in the spring I'm going to buy more fields. Maybe we'll buy field 39. Now that one's ready to harvest. Cotton, ready to harvest cotton. I've never done really much cotton before. I have tried it. Thank you, farmer brother. Let's take a look at the cotton equipment and see what it would take for us to go ahead and harvest that field. We would need a cotton harvester. Holy smokes, these are expensive. Why is the John Deere so much more expensive than the Case? It's got more power, has a bigger fuel tank, same working speed, It actually has a smaller storage capacity. Same width. Oh, I see. The case does square bales and the Deere does round bales. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 mile per hour working speed, 50 mile per hour top speed. Okay, so I guess the question is whether you want square bales or round bales. Let's take a look at the cotton harvester, or the cotton collectors, I guess you would call them. Where do I find those? There's like a special trailer that you use to pick them up. Or maybe it's even a special vehicle, I don't remember. Let's see if there's a trailer here for cotton. Whoops. No. Not there. It is in the Cotton Tech. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there a Cotton Tech there? Maybe I'm... Oh, yeah. There we go. Sorry, I was missing it. Okay. So this one will hold square or round, as will this one. This one picks up round bales. Okay. Yeah, now this lizard one I think I've used before. I think you have to like back it up. I think you have to back it up to the bale to pick it up or something like that. I know I've used this module 4 before. So you back it up to the bale and then it pulls the bale up onto the trailer. And that one does square bales. Well, it does round ones too. I don't know how much it holds. And then this one just holds more. Oh, that one needs a semi-truck. Okay. Or a dolly. And I assume holds more bales. Okay. Let's take a look at what the price of cotton is. Because I think one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to have to store bales waiting for pricing to be good. Okay. Yeah, so prices are best in the spring. So if I do that, if I'm going to buy that equipment, that means I'm going to be pretty much dedicated to cotton farming. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Silas. Or the other thing I was just thinking is I could always buy the field and then lease the equipment to harvest it. But well, maybe that's not a bad idea. And then I can just sell whatever I get right now. And then we can work that field in the spring and plant, maybe we put corn or something on it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. MGR mapping. What did MGR mapping do? Would I know them from FS19 stuff? The name doesn't ring a bell. I'm guessing they've done some FS19 mods at least. I'm going to have to see what Stevie's up to. I really like Stevie's maps. Because they're big. Big fields. Big farm. Lots of storage. Lots of equipment. I kind of dig it. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'll have enough seed to finish the job. Yeah, we're just not getting the fertilizer stage on this one. Okay. So let's get our sprayer. Trying to remember, I don't have a lot of liquid fertilizer left. One of the things I would like to do with my farm is to get fertilizer storage. Although I think there's a buy everything. I think there's a buy everything silo that you can buy now. Okay, that's just storage. That's solid storage. Maybe it's under production. Ah, here we go. Selling points. No. Okay. Maybe it was in the mods. I thought I saw something. I thought I saw something where you could put in a silo where you could put a silo on your farm where you could buy fertilizer and stuff directly on your farm. But it might have been a mod. Alright, let's see if I can unload. Okay. There we go. See, that worked flawlessly. Alright, yeah, let's go fill up with the rest of the fertilizer that I have sitting over on the field. And then I may need to go to the shop and get some more. I probably will. I think I'm almost out. And so we'll just get the field fully fertilized so we won't have to worry about it until it's time to harvest. And hopefully no weeds will come in. Okay, and we want to fill the sprayer first. Okay, yeah, so let's send it to the shop. We'll use the worker for that. Oops. There we go. And our seeder is almost finished. Yeah, and then I think our next task will just be to build ourselves a nice farmyard. Right on. That is one strong wooden bridge, let me tell you. That can take many tons of farming equipment. Yeah, I don't... Oh, yeah, go ahead, buddy. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I've got a bunch of fertilizer over here. I don't know why that keeps happening. But I'm not sure if you guys remember, but we discovered a bug the last time we played that allowed us to create fertilizer from nothing. Okay. Oh. Every once in a while it gets a little choppy. I think it just does that when it has to load part of the scene that it hasn't loaded yet. Now, something new in the game in FS22 are the production chains. I haven't messed with that yet. But you can buy essentially additional processing buildings for your stuff. So, for example, we could buy an oil plant that would turn our canola into canola oil. All right, the dog wants to go out of the room. You know what? If I let you out again, you're not coming back in. All right, which field was it? 42. Yeah, thanks, Apache. Yeah, so I was thinking it might be kind of fun to do something like that. But we'll have to see how much space that takes up. All right. Turn on sprayer. And off we go. That was actually some pretty good driving just then. How do I turn on the cruise control? B. There we go. Yeah, I know he'll want to come back, which is why I'm not keen to let him out. I think my other dog is sitting outside the door now, the one that didn't want to come in earlier. Because now Cooper's staring at the door. My little fur babies. Might as well do this field myself since there's not much left to be done at this point. Oh, a husky. Nice. You must spend a lot of time vacuuming up dog hair too then. I like huskies. I think they're beautiful animals. My neighbor has one, actually. Oh, Silas, they got a Cocker Spaniel. And it's a beautiful little dog. It's a black and white party color. My parents have always had Cocker Spaniels. The last one that they had, it had some health issues at around, I think, 6 or 7 years old, and didn't make it, unfortunately. So that dog passed, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months ago. Now my parents are getting old, so they weren't sure if they really wanted to commit to another dog. But I live in Texas. My brothers live in the Midwest and the Northeast, where we're originally from, and my parents live in Georgia. So they're down there in Georgia, kind of by themselves. One of my cousins lives in that area, so he goes to visit them once in a while. But it's just the two of them in that house all day long. And having just visited there, I can tell you that it gets pretty quiet in that house. So so they decided to get another dog, and I'm glad they did. I think it'll be good for them and for the puppy. And if the puppy happens to last longer than my parents do, then I'll be happy to take it. It's a nice dog. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think a husky is in Minnesota is a good a good choice. I live in West Texas, where it's desert, and there's actually a lot of people that have huskies here, and I can't imagine how hot those huskies must get when it's 112 degrees outside. Okay, I'm going to reduce the width on my sprayer. Oh, I think I want more than 2 meters. What is this? This looks like about 6 meters. Let's try 7. Looks like that'll be just enough. Yeah, we might need a little bit more than that, actually. We'll see. I do like that feature. That allows you to save some of your fluids. I think it only works for the sprayers, not for the solid spreaders, which makes sense. You know, with the sprayer, you just turn off the nozzles you don't want to use. Okay. Yeah, I missed a little bit there. So we'll go down to 2 meters and get that last little strip. Okay. We'll reset that. Let's fold it up. Try to turn that off for a while and see how I get on without it. Well, and one of the mods that I loaded, what it'll do is when your HUD is, or when the context help menu is turned off, it'll still show you messages like when you're in a loading point and stuff like that. That's what that mod is for. Okay. So I think we're pretty much done. I think the fields are... Oh. Well, we can fertilize field 40 again, but I think we're gonna have to wait until the next growth phase. So we're pretty much all set here. You know, and again, I'm kind of... We start with these fields, 44, 45, and 46. I don't know if we can sell it. Yeah, you can sell it. Okay, that's good to know. But I decided not to use these fields because they're small and not really worth the time. So if we're going to build a farm, I think this would be a good place to put down some concrete, and we could use this field. Since it's nice and flat, we could use that for building, but it's still not that big. So what I would like to do is take a look around and see if I can find another spot that is suitable. All right, I can't, and it's got to be something that I can buy. So what I'm looking for is a nice big flat field. And unfortunately, it seems like we lost the ability to visit fields. So we'll visit here. And let's take a look and see what field 51 looks like. It is large and mostly flat. It has these buildings, though. I don't know if these can be deconstructed or not. Does the field include those buildings? No, it doesn't include those. All right, so that might not be the best choice. Let's take a look. Actually, I wonder how field 43 would be. I think it would be nice if these extra buildings that they placed around the map, if you could buy them and use them. But, you know, they're only there for decoration. Okay. Well, field 43 is pretty flat. We could always set up a farm here in field 43. That's pretty big. And it's close to our other fields. And I could keep the original farm too, since that's close by. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's too bad. All right. So field 43 could be an option to buy land and build a completely new farm. It's not very close to the main road, but maybe that's not a big deal. It's close to rail, which could be good for selling grain. Oh, but there's no rail silo though. I think that's just, yeah, that's just a place to get the train. The rail silos are there. All right, so that's not going to be the best choice. And then there's a bunch of fields down here. Let's go check those out. Although that would require moving my entire operation. These are also fairly flat. Yeah, and quite large. Lots of small fields, though. Field 30. This one? Yeah, this might be. This could be a really good one. This is very flat. Oh, west of the fields I just planted. Oh, this one here? That's 39. Is that where you put your farm? You would definitely have plenty of room there. Might be a good choice. I think it would be a better choice than field 30. What is that? That's me. The next one over. Oh, this one here? $38. Okay. Let's take a look at that one. Close to the dairy. So that would probably be a good place to do cow farming. There's a pedestrian. Sunflowers is what they got here now. All right, well, it passes the flatness test. Unfortunately, I can't see because of these pesky sunflowers. Pardon me. And it has a lot of frontage along the road, which would be convenient. When are those sunflowers going to be harvestable? Probably in November. We could buy it. We could buy this field, harvest the sunflowers, and then use that for the farm. What do you guys think? That would give us tons of space. And in fact, we wouldn't have to use all the space for farming or for building the farm. We could use some of it to build the farm and then keep the rest of it for growing crops. That does look good, doesn't it? Let's see what they're asking for that one. 400 grand. Okay. Yes, we'll do it. And then field 39 we'll buy next season. All right. Awesome. Let me turn the time scale back up. That means we're going to need a sunflower header, which I think they usually sell with the corn headers. Okay. Maybe it's with the regular headers. Okay, yeah, there's the helianthus. Is that the only? Oh, okay, and there's the bigger helianthus. So those are our two choices. Let's see which one works with my harvester. I have to remember what harvester I have. It is a Trion 730. Okay, so I think the smaller one. Yeah, I think you're right. No, actually they don't. Not anymore. I know you used to be able to use corn headers for sunflowers, but it looks like that is no longer the case. Will this one work with my Trion? No, it won't. Okay. I need the the bigger one for that. Okay, we'll upgrade our harvester at some point, but for now, that is a narrow header, only 5.7 meters. Maybe we should just upgrade the harvester now. I still have 1.3 million. Yeah, that one's 12 meters. And if I did that, I would be able to buy a larger header as well. Yeah, this one takes the big Lexion harvester. Ooh, 18,000 liters. That is pretty sweet. The Capella headers. The Capello headers are for sunflowers. Oh, let's check the Capello corn headers. Okay, yeah, here's one. Corn Champion from Ziegler will do sunflowers. Okay, the case will do... Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. My bad. Sorry, guys. Yeah, these all do sunflowers. Okay. Whoops. Let's see. That one needs the bigger... That one's 9 meters. This one is 6 meters. That'll work with my harvester. I wonder what my harvester is worth right now. About 275. I say we upgrade the harvester. I mean, we're getting a big field. Do you guys know do you still get more money if you sell it at the shop versus selling it wherever it happens to be sitting? Yeah, right. We got the subsidies. I mean, the government wants me to buy new equipment, doesn't it? Okay. Well, I know you will get more for it if you repair it and paint it first. I don't know if you get more than what it costs, but I know it's pretty close. So we'll just take it to the shop. We'll sell it there, and then we'll buy the larger version of what we got. And I should be able to get the regular header and the corn header back at the same time. I would like to drive one of these in real life. Okay, where's the sell point? Yeah, it looks like it's over here. I'll just kind of get everything partially on there. Okay. All right, so it's currently worth 300,000. So let's check something. I can repair it for 1214. Let's see if the value goes up by more than 1214 if I repair it. So 1214 would put it somewhere just north of 302,000. Yeah. Repainting, 30 grand. Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like repair and painting. It doesn't look like you get a bigger return from it. It looks like you essentially increase the value by approximately the cost of doing those things. Whoops. So, not really worth it for selling. I'll just sell everything as is. Okay. And then we'll go pick up the new gear. And fortunately, we did get a pretty decent amount of change there, so it won't hurt our wallet quite as much as it would otherwise. All right, so we want the class Lexion. I think I'm happy with everything as it is, I suppose. Okay, and then we'll want the... See, the dedicated sunflower header, the nice thing about that is it's wider and faster. Right, so you would be able to do 12 meters at 9 miles an hour versus 9 meters at 6 miles an hour. Which means it's probably somewhere around twice as fast. But I don't know that I'm going to be doing a lot of corn harvesting. This does not appear to be foldable. The Capello is foldable. So I think I'm going to get the Capello the Capello head instead. Right, because this one, it doesn't have any hinges, so it doesn't look like it folds up, which means it's going to be full width or require a trailer. So we'll get the Capello header for corn and sunflowers. And we'll get the 1380 for regular crops. And we're going to want a trailer, which I guess we'll have to find on our own. I got the big Convo Flex, right? The 1380. So I need that trailer. Right on. Okay. So looks like I'm gonna have to move that trailer first since my seed or whatever that is in the way. And we'll just try to line this up as closely as possible to make the job a little bit easier. How do I say your name? Hello. I don't know how to say your name. Boer Jungen? Something like that? Oh, crud. I have to take this header off first, don't I? I see you. I just don't know how to say your name. Farm boy. Okay. Good. Welcome to the stream. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, welcome. Hope you enjoy the stream. I watch a lot of farm videos from your part of the world. My favorite YouTube channel for farming stuff is Tractor Spotter. And they do a lot of stuff in the Netherlands. There we go. Yeah, they're really high quality videos. High resolution, really good, nice music, good camera angles, you know, a lot of overhead drone stuff. Yeah, and thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So, anyone who's new to the stream or didn't catch my last stream, we're playing FS22. We're playing on the Elmcreek map, which is supposedly in America somewhere. So I'm playing with dollars and acres rather than euro and hectares. Oh, and miles per hour. So we got the local units. And Hyper 3169, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I wanted to have a big operation relatively early. So when I started this map, I installed one of the government subsidies, which gave us several $1 million. I sold all of our starting equipment and started buying my own selection. Laser, I was not planning to put them up on YouTube, but I will do so. If you think, yeah, I probably should, right? People will watch it. Because I know that there's... I still get requests pretty frequently for more farm sim content on YouTube. And I should probably honor that and put these videos up on YouTube. So, thanks for mentioning it. I think I will. I hope I can still upload the first episode. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll be doing more Factorio pretty soon as well. Oh, okay, and this field is harvested now, so we could buy it. This was the other field we wanted to buy. Right, so this is the starting farm. You get these 3 small fields. I'm not even using those. I bought these 3. I bought this one. This is where we're going to build a new farm. A new farmyard, because we don't have enough space here for a large operation. I want some sheds to store equipment. We want to do some greenhouses and some animals. Okay, we can buy a big John Deere at some point. I don't know why my computer keeps doing that. I don't have the money for a big John Deere right now, but we will do it. Okay, so buying this field will cost me another $364,000. Let's go ahead and buy it now, and then we'll have it for when the spring rolls around. Okay, so now we have a lot of acreage. We were just waiting for this cotton to be harvested because I didn't want to get into the cotton business. But I kind of do want to get into potatoes, so maybe I'll do potatoes or sugar beets on field 39. That might be fun. Yeah, I do have one John Deere, which is this nice little 7810, which I wanted to get because I wanted to show the gear shifting mechanics in the game, because all my other tractors are CVTs. Yeah, all my other equipment are class. Here, let me show you. Let's take a look at what I've got in my stable right now. All right, so I have an Arion 660, which I'm using for fertilizing and spraying. And then I have the John Deere, which you just saw. And then I have two Axions, one with the tracks and one without. So 445 horsepower and 325 horsepower. And then I have my big class Lexion harvester. Yeah, it's a nice little tractor, and I'll tell you what, for what we paid for it, it wasn't terribly expensive, and I've got 200 horsepower, 205 horsepower, so yeah, it can do just about anything you want it to, you know, except pull the really large equipment. So yeah, we put narrow tires on it, and we're using it for fertilizer spraying and herbicide and whatever else we need to do. It'd be a good tractor to pull a header, that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, so right now we just need to wait for we need to wait for these sunflowers to be harvestable, which should be tomorrow. Oh, was it? Now, how does small, medium, and large classification affect the gameplay? Does it have any impact on the actual gameplay? You know, whether it's considered small, medium, or large? Running costs or something, maybe? Yeah. Well, I'm not near my farm, so I'm not going to sleep, but what I can do is we can go to maximum time acceleration. Okay. So I think I'll just, well, let's do like 5 times until we get more sunlight. Okay, and now my sunflowers are ready to harvest. So let's get to work. It's still nice and early. See if I can remember how to unfold things without my help menu. Okay, that wasn't it. Okay. Unfold the harvester. Select the header. Unfold the header. There we go. This should be able to make pretty short work of this field. You know what? I think I'll do the first pass manually. We'll go around the field. Let's turn on the lights. It's still not quite fully lit yet. Do I know the camper? I'm not sure I understand the question. Sorry, could you explain? Oh. Is he a streamer or a YouTuber? Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen his videos before, but I will look for it. Most of the time, if I'm watching farm sim videos, I like Mr. Sealy P. And sometimes Farmer Klein has good content. I used to watch Daggerwin a lot, but I don't watch Daggerwin too much anymore. And he's been at it for a long time. I don't know if he's still doing it full time or not, but I used to enjoy his videos. Yeah. But yeah, I'll check out the camper. Oh, okay. Yeah, Daggerwin's got a good audience, and he deserves it. I mean, he's done a lot for this game. And there was another guy that I used to watch pretty frequently, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. I'll try to remember it. He was okay. Yeah, I've watched Kedurk. Kedurk is pretty good. There's oh, thank you. There was another European guy that I used to watch. I'll try to remember his name. I can't remember. I don't know if he's still doing videos or not, but maybe it'll come to me. But I really haven't watched Farm Sim videos for like the past year, just because, you know, I've just been waiting for FS22 to come out. I haven't played FS19 in a long time. All right. Now the sunflower seeds are collecting pretty slowly in this harvester, so I'm thinking I'm thinking the previous owner of this field maybe didn't fertilize too much. I should have checked that as soon as I bought it. I probably could have put down some fertilizer yesterday to get more yield. I didn't think of it. Can I buy a 7730? I probably could. Maybe I can upgrade the John Deere that I already have to a 7730. I don't want to spend too much money because I want to make sure I have enough money to build the farm. Of course, we can always get some more of that sweet government money if we need it. 350 grand an hour. But I don't want to do too much cheating than the cheating that I've already done. But like I said, I mean, this is not really the purpose of this playthrough is really just to see the game more than to have a realistic playthrough. You have a 7730 in real life. So, you're a farmer yourself then? Well, obviously, that's your name, right? So what do you do on your farm? What kind of crops do you grow, or animals do you take care of? Cheating late, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I don't cheat unless I really want to. Unless I think it'll be significantly gameplay enhancing. I do that in Factorio sometimes too. Oh, okay. Grain, maize, and cow beets. Do you mean sugar beets? I don't know what cow beets are. Maybe that's a translation issue. All right, I'm going to turn on the worker. So I'm going to need to get the grain cart over here. I think we'll use the 920 for that. And then we'll... Oh, okay. All right. Sugar beets. Got it. Oh, that's cool. And then we'll see about trading in our John Deere for a 7730. Watch out, car. And I'm not using turn indicators because I don't remember what the controls are. And I'm sorry I'd have a hard time staying in my lane. I'm not that good of a driver. Okay. And we'll park you on the field. Alright, so this one we are going to want to... I think we're going to want to mulch the stubble. I don't know if the stubble is going to show up through the concrete or whatever I put down here, so I'm going to remove it just in case. Because I have heard or seen on Reddit people complain about, like, for example, rocks. If they left rocks on the field and they put down concrete, the rocks show up through the concrete, but then because it's concrete, you can't pick them up anymore. So I want to avoid any kind of silly cosmetic glitches like that. So I'm going to make sure that we have a nice clean field before we pave it. All right, let's see how we're doing on our tank here. Oops. Okay, I want to enter. There we go. Oh yeah, this has a really big tank too. I forgot about that. 12,000 liters, and we can fit in another 6. I have not heard of Chaffer, no. They do front loaders. Here, let me go ahead and empty this because even though I'm sure this tractor can hold I'm sure this trailer can hold more than 12,000 liters. I'm not sure if we'll be able to handle the weight of that much sunflower seeds. I do have the weight control turned on. So the carts will the carts will show as full when you reach the weight limit, not necessarily when it's completely full in terms of volume. Excuse me. Okay. We're doing okay for now. All right. Let's go get a 7730 for Farm Boy. Is that going to be a downgrade? This is 7810. I think it might be. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's more of a modern one. We'll see. We'll get one anyway. I mean, that's a medium tractor. This is a medium tractor, so we should be able to get something roughly equivalent. Okay. Sold. Yeah, it is. Not too chatty today. All right. 7730. Is that a large tractor? It is. Or is it? That's a 7R. That's not the same, is it? No, that's not the same. I don't see a 7700 series, unless it's a small one. Are you sure it's in the game? This is what I just had. Let's try the 7R series again. Yeah, I'm not getting a 7730 model number here. Unless it's a mod. We can check and see if there's a mod for it. Let's do that real quick. I probably should have checked before I sold the other one. All right, let's save. Get out of the game, and let's see if there's a mod for 7730. And if not, then I'll buy another class tractor. Nope. Sorry, bud. I don't think we can do the 7730. That's too bad. So I guess we'll have to choose a different medium tractor. All right. So if we're sticking with our theme, we've got that Axion. Yeah, we have that Axion. 205 horsepower standard. EU Okay, we'll want the US design for this playthrough. What's the difference? Narrower fenders, rear turn indicators up on the top. You can see those lights on the back give us a turn indicator. We have the reflector. I wonder why the fenders are narrower on the US version. Smaller fenders. Why would you want that? Okay, and how much does more engine cost us? Not a whole lot. The one we just sold, sorry, let me see what was the, I keep pushing the wrong button. What was the horsepower on that Deere that we had? 175. Okay, so anything over 175 will be an upgrade, right? Which we already have. All right, we'll go up 2 levels, let's say. Okay, and even 200. And let's buy a weight for it. Oh, okay. Thanks, Bloodline. Appreciate the explanation there. And I guess we'll do a medium-sized weight, which in our case, if we stick with the class weights, will be the 900, which is upgradable to 1500. I think we'll stick with 900. Okay. Looks nice. Sounds really good. And I don't think I selected the US option on my other tractors. Assuming there was one. Maybe there wasn't one. If there is one, then I probably ought to retrofit them in the shop. When we build the farm, we'll build a proper workshop. Right, so I think I'll put in silos and a farmhouse. We'll do everything from scratch, and then we can sell the land that we started with. But we'll sell all the grain that we have first. Except for the wheat, because if we're going to do chickens, we're going to need wheat to feed them. So I'll transfer the wheat from the old silo to the new silo, and then we'll sell the rest. But yeah, this is a nice looking tractor. Oh, I needed to get the. Whoops, sorry, guy. I needed to get. What was I going to pick up? Oh, the mulcher. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see a little sedan hit my trailer or hit my tractor and send it flying across the road. Just like in real life physics. Okay, so we'll have to put our weight on the other side, on the back. So let's drop that. I think realistically we would probably want a larger weight on the back, now that I think of it. Because I have a feeling that that tool weighs more than 950 kilograms. Let's see. Yeah, it weighs 2.7 tons. All right, so we're only offsetting half of the weight. Yeah. Then again, it will be rolling across the ground when we use it, so we don't necessarily have to support all of the weight, except when we're transporting it. Yeah, in this game, the laws of physics are really just a suggestion. Okay, so we'll start mulching as the harvest continues. Right. Yeah, these physical laws are getting in the way of how I want to run my farm. So we'll do it different. Okay. H. Off we go. And it is running very smoothly. Plenty of power for this operation. Alright, let's go empty our harvester. Moon farming. Yeah, that would be fun. A lot less gravity, so you could pull some big loads. You wouldn't use much power. At least for hauling stuff. Well, maybe you would, because it's the inertia, not the... It's not gravity that you're fighting against, right? The mass is the same. Okay, and I think I'll go put this in the silo. Looks like we're going to be pretty close to full. Nice. Yeah, and this baby pulls it with no problem. Yeah, there is less friction, that's true. Turn on our beacons. I do like how the game now does make the weight felt. In previous versions of the game, whether you had a full trailer or an empty trailer, it was pretty much the same as far as pulling it. There were mods that would make the weight more realistic and put a heavier load on your vehicle. But they put that in the game now, and I do like that. Oh, you know what, Bloodline? We actually did see that when I first got my small tractor with the sprayer. We were in the in-cab view when we were filling the front storage tank with fertilizer, and you could see the front dip down as the fluid level increased. Yeah, it was pretty neat. So it does do that to an extent. I don't know if you can... Well, yeah, you should be able to see it. I don't know if it does it for everything. But for that, at least, it did have a noticeable effect on the attitude of the vehicle. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that worker AI is probably somewhat challenging. But I'm sure it could be done better than it is. Judging from other games that I've played that have AI. Factorio, for example. Oh, really? Game design. That's cool. Do you work in that field now? Or any kind of programming or anything like that? Oh, okay. Nice. My son is interested in game development and animation and stuff like that. He's still in high school, so we've been kind of looking around to see what sort of college programs exist that would feed that interest. Hey, Kentucky Farms, do I need any help in game? I not at the moment, but you asking does raise the possibility of having some of you guys in the game with me next time, and we can do some work together. I think that would be fun. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that next time. Well, of course, I don't have a game server. That's something I'll look into, though. I'm just running this locally right now. I am not a developer, no. My degree was in electrical engineering, so I do have some experience writing code and stuff, but I'm not a software developer by trade. Although, if I could do things over again, I think I would be. I think I would enjoy that more than the work I do today. Right now, I work as a quality engineer in manufacturing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I did, back in my college days, I did some programming in assembler and stuff, which was pretty interesting. It actually helps a little bit understanding combinators in Factorio, which is really my main game. And I've done work with SQL and stuff like that, as part of my job. But oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy writing assembler code. But just as a hobby, I've learned some Python and stuff like that over time, just because I enjoy programming. So I've done a little bit of that on the side, just for my own personal enjoyment. And actually, in my job now, they're training some of us. The company I work for is having kind of a big push for automating a lot of business processes that we do. Oh, wow. PHP. Okay, well, yeah, you said you're doing web development, so that makes sense. That's awesome. But, no, well, at least the group I'm in is not hiring. But, but yeah, the company I work at now, they're pushing for a lot of automation, or what they call it digitalization. So they want us to, take a lot of the stuff that we do with spreadsheets and stuff now, and try to automate it, make build dashboards and stuff like that instead of doing manual reporting. So as part of that, I volunteered to be one of the, I don't know, I guess you could call it an SME for my department. So I'm going to be getting more formal training in Python and SQL. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's okay. We're just watching the tractors go. We can talk about whatever. All right, so I can probably start putting some concrete down. Class goes brr. So let's start taking a look at our construction project here. Right. So to begin with, let's see. We got sculpting, raise and lower, level. I think I definitely want to level. I want to level the field before I put anything on it. Okay, these are my choices for textures. So we'll do... Aren't there more? Okay, I guess that's it. So we got animal mud, we have asphalt, dirt, forest ground, grass, or gravel. So I think we'll do like a combination of asphalt and gravel. I think primarily asphalt. Copper wire and satisfactory, I really don't remember. I don't recall what else it's used for. I know there are some websites that will give you that information. There's like a satisfactory planner website. I forget what it's called though. But I know it'll show you where used on any item. Okay, and I think I'll be able to finish this field without having to empty again. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna want to level the entire field to make sure that it's flat. Well, maybe not the entire field, but whatever zone of the field that I want to put the farm on. And I think I want to keep it away from these buildings. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just build the farm along the road here. So, well, I probably should level it completely, to be honest. It looks like we have there's a bit of a slope here in this corner that I'm going to want to avoid, I think. And then I can't tell if we're level with the road. All right. Yeah, it looks like we might be level with the road. Or does the road actually go down? Looks like it rises up a little bit right there. And then gradually slopes down. So I think we'll level it to the road. Right, so I don't know why that keeps happening. Maybe I got a heat issue. But like we'll consider this to be the level point for the rest of the area. So let's try doing some of that now and see how that works out. All right. level. Okay. Let's see. How do I make that bigger? N and M. Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to use a big brush size. And, well, it says mouse button, even though I'm on the controller. A, I guess. Oh, okay. And it's turning my field into concrete. Alright, so I guess I'll just do this to start with, and we'll see how it looks. I probably should have saved it first, in case I want to revert. Well, if I don't like it, I can always just quit and reload. Of course, now when I quit, it's probably going to... Well, I think I have file history in Windows. If worse comes to worse, I can go back. I wonder what happens if you sell a field that you've done this to. Yeah, me too, Bloodline. It's, oh, okay, I think I couldn't do it there because I was standing there. Okay. Let's take a look at what we've got. Okay, so we can see that it actually did raise the elevation a little bit. And maybe it's just me, but it seems like the elevation increases. Oh, okay, no, that's just the animation of walking. Alright, so this looks like a nice flat area. So I think it's working okay. That's a good analogy. All right, so let's continue doing that. I guess we'll have to watch out for the mulcher, but anyway. Yeah, so we'll start here, and we'll just go straight back. We'll try to get all the way off the edge there. Yeah, I guess it's better to do the outside first and then do the middle, but just trying to go slow so I don't make any major mistakes. Okay, and now we'll just fill in the inside, and this should give us a nice... This is quite a lot of space compared to what we have over in the other area, right? Let's see how our harvester is doing. Almost done. Okay. We'll want a farmhouse. Ooh. Wow, you move really slowly in this view. Would we want the farmhouse close to the road or away from the road? We would probably want it away from the road, wouldn't we? There we go. How do I zoom out? Right. All right, let's zoom out first. Right trigger. See, I'm pushing right trigger. But nothing's happening. Let's try it with the keyboard. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just want to use the keyboard for this. Looks like it'll be easier. Okay. All right. So the farmhouse, I'm thinking we would want it like maybe facing, maybe we'll put it like over here. Let's see, I want to rotate. Facing this stretch of dirt road. Oh, and I can't place it because I already own a farmhouse. Okay. So the other option, I guess, maybe I just keep my original plot of land where I already have a farmhouse. I'll just plant these fields with grass so it doesn't look terrible, and maybe we'll just leave everything that we've already got. Because that gives us a... I think that gives us a straw sell point. Oh. Pardon me. I think this is a straw sell point. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever want to sell straw, but... Oh, no, it's not. What is this? Okay. Is there anything useful about this structure? Does that increase my silo capacity? Yeah, so maybe I should just sell that. I don't know. But do you guys think I should... Do you guys think I should save this area? Okay, now it's saved, so my changes are permanent. And by the way, this is a nice new feature of FS22. When you erase part of your field, it's gone from the HUD as well. I don't know if it's worth keeping that. Yeah, okay. So we just got the water. We have our silo and our farmhouse. So we could sell those and then sell the land. So I would have to sell the farmhouse first before I can build a new one, it looks like. Or I can just keep this one. Yeah, and this is all one single bit of land. So if I keep the farmhouse, I'm going to have to keep all the fields and stuff too. But this land is worth 150 grand and a farmhouse costs 150 grand. So maybe I think we'll just keep it. And then over here we'll just use for the farm building itself. So we won't live on the farm. Grain tank's almost full. Hopefully we'll be able to get it all into this tipper. Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll keep it. I'll just maybe just plant grass on those fields or something. Or oilseed radish. And then we won't have to do anything with the fields. Okay, we'll fold up the header. Fold up the harvester. And we'll just park it over here for now. Actually, I'll park it somewhere that I'm not running the mulcher. Okay. And as for this, I don't know if I should run it all the way back. All right. Well, let's let me just clean up this. Let's try to clean up the edges here. Oh, I'm going to have to move. All right, so back to landscaping, leveling. And what I want to do is I want to get it to where I can just do this and move in a straight line. That's not quite straight. That's not straight either. I might not be able to get... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Alright, well that's kind of close to being straight, so let's level out to there. And then I'll just move back. Alright, so it'll be close to being straight. Okay. Let's see how that looks. All right. Not too happy with this little bit of weird texture. But aside from that, it looks pretty good. Nice and flat. Okay, so let's put in a silo. Yeah, lots of room for activities. That's right. So where would I want a silo? Let's think about this for a moment. Because I want to be able to drive in a loop through the silo. So I'm thinking maybe I put the silo centrally just next to the road to make it easy to loop in and out of it, to fill it and go and sell things. And I think I am going to need more money. Wow, you can get some pretty massive storage. I don't know if I need that much storage. I'll get something smaller, but I'm going to allow for expansion. Okay, and we can add expansion tanks as well. Like this one holds 800,000 liters. Although one of these, this one holds 2 million liters. And it's not that much more expensive. And it probably takes up less space. Why is there such a huge... I mean, that's an enormous difference. All right, maybe it doesn't... Oh, okay. No, it doesn't. It does use more space. I kind of like the looks of this one better, though. All right, well, looks aren't everything. All right, so we want to rotate this by 90 degrees. Okay, and I'm thinking I just place this centrally, like that. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this one to load the silo and this one to unload the silo. All right, that looks pretty good. I like that concrete texture. How do I get that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll do the rest. I think I'll do the rest of the texture. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is dirt. I want asphalt. Okay. Yeah, so let's paint this. Yeah, and again, it would be nice if they gave you the ability to snap to a grid or do something like that, but they like to make it so that everything is a challenge. All right. All right, so you put that fuzzy edge where you want it and move it over a little bit more. Oh, move it over even more than that. There we go. All right, so if I put it right here, there we go. Put it right there. Whew. Okay, and then I'll want to do the same all the way up and down here. I'm going to err on the side of caution so that I don't go too far. Okay, and then back here I'll just paint across. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, and then the inside is easy. Hey, Shaggy Man, how you doing? Yeah, we're building a new farm. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so for your info, Shaggy Man, I don't know if you were here for the last one, but this is the original farm, which is kind of small. I'm building a new farmyard over here where we're going to have lots of equipment sheds and things like that. We started by building our silo to store our crop. That holds 2 million liters, which, yeah, that'll be more than enough to store what we've already harvested and then some. All right, so let's put a couple of equipment sheds in. Ooh, sheds are expensive. At least the nice ones are. Let's see what some of these look like. Yeah, I'm thinking sheds like this would be appropriate for a big operation like ours. Looks like this one has a little workshop or something in the corner. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, this would be great. But yes, I need more money. Production generators, government subsidy. Yeah, we're gonna need to ask Uncle Sam for some spare change here. Government subsidized. So let's speed ahead a couple of hours. There. Problem solved. Okay. Yeah, so that's with a workshop. Big garage with vehicle workshop. And this is another big garage with vehicle workshop. Okay, so we've got two styles of big garages. Let's see. Can I see inside? All right. Yeah, so this one, that one's got like an outdoor overhead sort of a thing. This one, everything goes inside. And the workshop is there in the corner. Where do you get in and out? Okay, you get in and out from that single door, it looks like. Okay, no, there's one on that side. And there's an entrance on one end. Whereas this one, you've got some overhead storage, and then you can go through the garage, which I kind of like. So I think I would like this one more so than the other one. Question is where to put it and how to orient it. I think if it's able to drive through, I should have it in this orientation. Of course, I'll be coming from the road, from this dirt road to get in and out, so maybe it would be better if I rotate it 90 degrees, actually. So it'll be easy to get in and out. Let's do that. Oh, good. And it rotates in 90-degree increments. That's nice. Yeah, so I could put it right here. Like kind of in the middle where my silo is, right behind the silo. Yeah. All right. Well, we can always sell it if we don't like it. It's not quite flush with my surface, but I think I can live with that. Do the lights work? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's a decent amount of storage. All right, we can store like the harvester and some of the big machines out there. We can store tools in here. And this ought to be the workshop. Yeah, and that's our workshop. Oh, okay. That's the alternate control. Okay. Yeah, we can store a lot of stuff out here too. All right. I think that looks pretty good. That's a good start. Garage for contractors. Shelter with hourly income. To park your vehicles and tools. Oh. Is that because it has solar panels? What does this one look like? Ugh, these controls are kind of hard to use. That is a nice building. Alright, that's just... Yeah, these are small. This is just for parking stuff. Okay, and then there's the old FS19 stuff. Okay, I think I'll try to make do with this. I'm not sure if this is going to be big enough. But it should be pretty close. Alright, so let's begin by putting these soybeans in the silo. Actually, let me switch over to my other controller. I like it. It looks nice. I like that we have a workshop now. I don't know why that keeps happening. Okay, so this is the tipping point. And then we'll have to transfer the crop from the other silo into this one. Alright, nice. And let's see, how easy... Yeah, this is actually kind of a small garage. Yeah, this is going to be okay for small stuff, for small tools like my sprayer and stuff, but I think it's not going to be great for everything else. So I think I'm going to need some additional storage buildings. Right, like can we park this inside? Yeah, I guess we can. It's kind of a tight fit. Yeah, and if I put that there, then nothing else can get in or out. Alright, so this is maybe not the best choice. Well, at least not for the big stuff. I do like having all this space around the outside of it. Alright, this will be good to put in that little garage. Oh, and I should also get a power sprayer so I can clean this stuff. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so for small tractors, small tools, that'll be fine. But it's not good enough for the big stuff. We'll need another building. Maybe I'll do one of those, what do they call it? One of those covered shelters for some of this larger equipment. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think the signs get replaced or anything, like when you restart the game or whatever. I think I have weeds in my field. Ugh. Yeah, I have a lot of weeds. We're going to have to take care of that. I don't know why my display keeps blinking out like that. Oh, what happened with you? He thinks he's done. But I can see some stubble here. No field found. Okay. Yeah, I love getting that message. Alright, we'll have to come back to that. Alright, so we got all the vehicles mostly relocated. Okay, that'll have to be fixed. Let's just, before we finish today, let's see if we can find another storage building. I think this kind of thing, maybe is not going to be, well, maybe this would be okay for storing tools. Let's see what else they got. Let's switch to the keyboard. Yeah, this looks like it would store some of the large tools and vehicles. So we could do something like this. You know, put it like in line with this one, like that. Let's check the other options. Oh, this is, no, that's not what I was thinking of. Yeah, no, I don't want that. What about this? That's too small. Okay, yeah, let's go with this one. All right. Yeah, so we can use this to put our, you know, to put the seeders and our other implements and stuff inside. And we'll also get income from the solar panels. Yeah, this building unfortunately is not going to be that great for storage inside, just because it's so small and we're doing a lot of big equipment. Turn on shed lights. Where's the light switch? Oh, R. Ah, there we go. That's nice. Okay. Looks like that did the whole thing. Oh, okay, good. Let's turn on the lights in here too, if I have any. Are there lights in here? No, no lights in this one. Okay. Good. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I think this is a pretty nice looking. I mean, like I've said before, these the construction tools that they give you in the game are a little bit finicky and not good to work with, but seems like if you give yourself plenty of room and level the ground before you start building, like we did here, you can do a pretty decent setup, right? And then we'll have room here that we can put in greenhouses. And then eventually, you know, like I said, I'd like to do some chickens. So maybe we'll continue leveling back here, or maybe we'll just leave it like this. We can just maybe change the surface back here to dirt, you know, instead of field. And maybe we can put some chicken coops back there and start to do some of that stuff. So, but this is pretty good so far, and it's close to, we didn't kill too much of field 38. So I think I'll probably just continue leveling all the way to the back here, and then we'll keep the rest of this field available for planting things, or expanding the farm later if we decide to do that. And then I'll get the rest of the equipment moved. I don't have too much left. Got a few bits of equipment over there that I need to move. And then I'll empty the silo at the old farm and put everything over here in the new silo. And I think that'll be a pretty nice setup for us to continue. Now, as far as further expansion is concerned, we've got these very large fields on the other side of the railroad tracks. I think that would be a logical place for us to expand as we buy more land and grow the operation. So we'll get into that next time, which hopefully will be Wednesday evening, my time. I'm U.S. time zone, so if you're watching from Europe, my Wednesday evening is not going to be good for you unless you're up very late. So I will start uploading these to YouTube so that you can see them. But thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Take care.